And a Spokane County deputy shoots and kills a dog while trying to help its owner. Well, Spokane Sheriff is defending the actions of that deputy who shot and killed a dog last night. The dog's name was Cash and had knocked the officer to the ground in the front yard at a home at Henry and Sprague in Spokane Valley. KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey working for you with why the deputy won't face any disciplinary action. Jeff's live at the scene right now. And Jeff, the sheriff says Deputy Ryan Smith was actually trying to do the dog's owner a favor.
And I know it doesn't sound right, Nadine, but actually this deputy trying to return a cowboy hat and a set of car keys that the dog's owner had dropped during a drunken stroll through this neighborhood. Even after the dog had gone after the deputy, he tried to fend it off with a metal baton like this one. Unfortunately, it did not work, and the deputy was forced to open fire when the dog bit him and knocked him to the ground.
I came home after work and seen all the police officers here and pulled off the side of the road to see what was going on, and I found out that my dog had been shot.
Earlier this week, someone spotted Bradley Beck stumbling around his GREENACRES neighborhood and called the sheriff's office.
They locate the individual. The individual's highly intoxicated. Deputies give him a ride home, courtesy ride home. And at that point, he goes into the house. That call's over.
But the next day, the neighbor finds Beck's keys and cowboy hat and takes them to the Valley Precinct. Deputy Smith, who's working the front desk, tries to call Beck on the phone.
The deputy tries to get a hold of Mr. Beck. Can't get a hold of him by phone. Figures, well, I'll just run this out to them to save them a trip to police evidence.
And that's how Deputy Smith ended up in Cash's front yard. After using his siren to get the owner's attention, Smith walks past several signs warning visitors to beware of the dogs. Smith then sees Cash as being restrained by an underground electric fence marked with a white line.
He figures as long as he stays on the right side of the line, he'll be fine. He'll be able to drop the property off and leave.
And that's when Cash lunges at Smith, who tries to fend him off with his baton. A bite to the leg brings the deputy to the ground. A second bite leaves a pair of puncture wounds in Smith's bicep.
Fortunately, it wasn't his throat or his face area. Deputy had no choice but to pull his service revolver to get the dog off him.
Investigators say Smith fired 3 rounds. Cash's owner says by disregarding the warning signs, the deputy created the situation where deadly force was necessary.
It's posted plenty to show that there's dogs on property. They probably heard the dogs barking, and that should be first clue on not to come down the driveway.
The sheriff says his deputies see a lot of beware of dog signs, and that cannot stop them from going about their duties. He does not foresee disciplining Deputy Smith, but he does see the need for a refresher course from scraps officials, animal control officials, about what to do and what not to do around dogs when they are simply trying to protect their turf. Reporting live in Green Acres, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.